Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Basic Recipes. I have my official Spider-Man t-shirt on today, so that means I'm going to show you how to make a Spider-Man cake. Now, of course, you're welcome to use whatever flavor cake you want or whatever kind of cake you want. I'm just going to use a box cake because it's quicker and easier for me for the video. And I'm going to use a 9-inch square pan and an 8-inch round pan. Now, I will come back with you guys once I get the cake mixed and cooled off and ready to go. So we'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Okay, welcome back everybody. Now the cake is done. It is cooled off, so I'm just going to get my little cake leveler and go through the top of my square layer. If I can get it to sit still for a minute. We are going to level this off. And discard the top part. Now set your cake off to the side. I have made a double batch of my buttercream frosting, and the bottom half we're going to dye blue, so I've separated my frosting. And I'm just going to start out with just a couple little tiny squirts of this to make sure I get the right shade of blue. Alright, that's close enough there. Okay, now take a knife or whatever you have and we'll spread some in the middle there, and we're going to coat this bottom half completely. Start out with a very light crumb coat, and then we'll put this cake in the refrigerator for about 15 or 20 minutes and let that set, and then we'll go back over it with a real coat. Okay, our crumb coat has set, and I'm just going to dollop some of this on here and get ready to spread it all out. I find it a little bit easier to spread the icing if you can spread it out with I want to dollop it on the top there. Okay, you can see I went around with my knife and I've smoothed out the cake as much as I possibly can. And now we're going to get the second layer and we're going to carve it a little bit to the shape of Spider-Man's face. Now I'm going to leave the rounded side up of the cake and put the flat side at the bottom. And I'm not going to level this because his face isn't going to be completely flat. So I think this will help give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm just going to make the top a little bit bigger for his forehead, and then kind of come down sort of like an oval shape. Okay, now this is our basic Spider-Man shape. Okay, now I'm going to try to center this to the best of my ability on top of this square piece. Looks good. Perfect. Now I'm going to mix up some red frosting. Put a lot of that in there. Make sure it gets nice and bright. Okay. Now this may look pink in the video, but I assure you this is red. It does look a little bit pink from the camera. Alright. Let's very carefully put a crumb coat on Spider-Man's face because we don't want to get any of the crumbs on the blue cake at the bottom. Okay, crumb coat is on and off to the fridge. This cake goes to sit for about 10 minutes or so. Alright, we got the crumb coat set, and we're going to go over this one more time with a real coat. Then we'll get started on the fun decoration stuff. Alright, there is your basic cake. Now I'm going to mix some black icing. I'm going to pop this in the fridge for just a little bit while I get the icing together. Okay, our last color we need is black. Let's put a lot of that in there and make sure this doesn't turn gray. Okay, now I'm going to take some of my black icing, and I've got a circular tip, and I'm just going to put a round design around the bottom to cover up all these uneven places. Okay, now I'm going to draw his eyes. Okay, now you guys have seen me use this 100 times before, but I love cookie icing for white eyes because it's so easy and it spreads out itself for the most part. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this in here and let it spread out, and then I'll add more as I need to if it doesn't spread out all the way. Okay, now we're going to do the web on his face. Okay everyone, there's my easy Spider-Man cake. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week on Simply Basic Recipes. Thank you all for watching. Bye!